was the paint.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Oh, sure. First, let's get one thing straight. You're here for business. Because the only way to achieve a win, worst case scenario, I don't make the fleet. Well, I'll be damned. Someone from the fleet finally agrees with me about something. It's a goddamn miracle. So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here to steal? Don't play games with me. We both know we're supposed to be working together on every part of this. So, you're gonna tell me what else? Oh, really? Did she now? I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place. I spent months manipulating the Terran Preservation Society into hosting their gala affair. I had to arrange the event to make sure that the award was aboard the ship. When I got a message about Dubrovsky, I assumed she'd be tagging. Yeah? Funny you're only bringing that up now. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the payout. Anyway, we'll get to that later. First, we have a much bigger fish to fry. So why are you targeting a Gall Bank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Why the interest? Merchant vessels, transport, supply convoys, mining. But taking on a megacorp, that's a really big deal. Something the Crimson Fleet stayed away from in the past. Sounds to me like Delgado's either getting desperate, or this is leading to an even bigger score down the road. His credentials. So you're hitting the Gall Bank branch in New Atlantis. Nice score, very lucrative and very dangerous. If you're going after a gold mine like that, I'll want to come along for the ride. Or you're not getting near Dombrowski.
It would seem we have little choice in the matter. We should hear him out.
Well, it appears we have a mind reader here. You're absolutely right. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that. Of course I do. But who? You see, getting my ass back into the fleet means... You'd better, or you're gonna have to find another Gal Bank executive. As long... That's a disturbing way to put it. But I suppose that's the best offer I'm gonna get, so I'll take it. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt.
Oh no. Is shooting everyone an option? Alternately shooting ourselves to avoid it?
The event's a complete sham. Bunch of these people couldn't give a damn about Terran preservation or any other charity for that matter. Someone with enough disposable income to afford it. Consider it similar to owning a luxury mobile Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the Starfield ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his dirty secrets. He's a VIP executive, which means he either worked really, really hard, or he backstabbed, lied, cheated, and betrayed us. Now you're speaking my language. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection. Meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck. You seriously need to ask. First, Gold Bank protects their own. Kill Dombrowski, and they send Ecliptic after every Crimson Fleet ship they can find. Not something Delgado wants, I suspect. And second, you offer Gal Bank employee in every single Gal Bank facility in the settled systems will triple their security. I'm gonna guess that won't help with whatever your plans are regarding Gal Bank, now will it? They claim their goal is to celebrate the soul. In their minds, Earth is now dead. In reality, this is what happens when folks with fire. As long as you remember that I'm getting paid my cut. What's the status of it? I once saw Neva strip down a UC security ship and sell the parts back. If that doesn't put your concerns to rest, I don't know what will. Now tell me, what about the status of your plan? Okay, then let me point you to the person in charge of the award. Her name's Sheila Holbrook, and you can probably find her in the Starfield ballroom. I'd press her to reveal where the award's hidden, and we can go from there. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms. Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh. Dig up any dirt on the Dombrowski. Don't you have somewhere to be?
The Great Serpent favors me. Take care, love.
Is one of the most easygoing CEOs I've ever worked under. In fact, he doesn't have...
Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings.
There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield ballroom. It's breathtaking.
You're a guest of Captain Rukov, right? Welcome aboard.
Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all the leftovers from the dining area.
Captain Rokov said you're allowed in any of the crew-specific areas. Just don't touch them.
I never had the patience for computer systems.
Trident must have spent a fortune equipping this.
Lovely party, isn't it? Sorry, I'm busy right now.
This is not the very definition of decadence. I do not know what is.
If you want to dine at Captain Rokov's table during dinner service, it's only an additional 5,000.
If you have any needs, please enter a request.
A sharp contrast from the crew quarters, is it not?
For the safety of everyone aboard, please be certain you don't interfere with any of the crew or security.
Due to an unfortunate accident, we're halting our spacewalk experience for an undetermined amount of time.
If you have any specific requests, please speak to one of the crew's attendants. I've done this particular cruise run several times, and I can assure you that the route is quite safe.
Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the society, eh?
Is this important?
We
don't
have a
lot
range of
time for idle
excursions
nonsense.
available at all of our destinations. All the details are in your cabin.
Yes, I'm extremely busy preparing for the award ceremony, so this better be important. Not at all. I was assured that this particular... I am completely confident that Trident... Probably in a few days. I don't want the award transfer to actually occur until... Of course, if I keep getting into... Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award for the last 7 of its 9 years. Why do you ask? During my tenure? Oh, certainly. There was an unfortunate incident where my predecessor attempted to sell the award to the highest bidder, but that was quickly resolved. Needless to say, they'll be... Well, the Earth Savior Award is one of a kind. Since we can't produce a new award every year, I supervise the transfer and make certain that there's ample security. In my cabin? Oh, please. Why would I do something so foolish? I'll have you know that the award is locked inside the master safe, located at the purser's office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to speak to the likes of you. I'm sorry, I'm very busy right now. Could you please go away?
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events aboard a Starliner.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Hello, are you a member of the society?
The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding the security of your items.
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it? The
On behalf of
society
myself
chair
and
has
the
really
entire team
outdone
who tries to
herself
luxury
this
rides,
time.
we wish to thank the opportunity to travel.
An open bar would have been nice. Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got.
So, what brings you aboard?
If you have any little ones aboard. If you wish to have a drink at any of our lounges, be sure to present your cabin pass to have the cost deducted from your account.
I have about 1,000 things to deal with, and you're not one of them. Goodbye.
Any complaints about your cruise should be directed to one of
Glad to have you aboard.
Welcome to the Purser's office. I'm Chief Purser Murata. How can I be of assistance today? An excellent question. My responsibilities include all of... Honestly, I really enjoy the work. I get to meet people at every port of call. Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers. In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that you're... So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely... I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can assure you that it's quite lovely. Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only be accessed by presenting an appropriate claim ID. Is there anything else I can assist you with today? Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Have a wonderful trip. An excellent question. My responsibility. Honestly, I... Oh, absolutely. The safe is in the unlikely, in the even more... So... I'm sorry. It's against Trident Pop. I suppose. All right, but you didn't hear this from me. I like Captain Rokov. I was bringing some paperwork to his quarters one day. That would normally be fine, but the message mentions the crimson. If you want to grab it, the slate should still be in his quarters. Have a safe journey.
Nothing but the finest of this game.
These newer vessels more or less run autonomously, which doesn't leave much for the crew to do around here.
This is one of Trident's top-of-the-line vessels. Between you and me, the best part of my job is these newer vessels.
Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing CEOs I've ever worked with.
Lockdown, remember to return to your cabin in a quiet and orderly fashion.
Must you continue these unwelcome interruptions? I'm a very busy woman. Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that? And why in goodness name would I possibly agree to that ridiculous demand? That makes a lot of sense, now that I think about it. I mean, it might be okay. Oh, just take the damn thing already. Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the insurance company to get involved. I believe our business has concluded. Goodbye.
On behalf of Trident Luxury Lines, I'd like to welcome you aboard. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your stay more comfortable.
If the rest of this ship is any indication, I imagine there is an incredible amount of wealth stored in there right now.
I need to get back to my duties.
Don't you have somewhere better to be?
Don't forget to keep your Starview pass handy at all times, or you won't have access to the ballroom.
If you want to dine at Captain Rokov's table during dinner service, it's only an additional 5,000 credits. We have a range of excursions available at all of our destinations. All the details are in your calendar.
If you wish to have a drink at any of our lounges, be sure to present your cabin pass to have the cost deducted from your account.
For the safety of everyone aboard, please be certain you don't interfere with any of the crew or security members of our vessel.
Here for business or pleasure?
Please remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
Due to an unfortunate accident, we're halting our spacewalk experience for an indeterminate amount of time.
If you have any little ones aboard, story time with Sarina will be held in the ship's library this evening.
Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey.
Yeah, can we do this later? I'm busy.
I'm sorry, but unless you're reporting a security situation, I need to get back to my duties.
Have you tried the canapes? Horrid. Positively horrid.
Please remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
The society chair really outdone myself this time.
There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield ballroom. It's breathtaking. Hold up.
This is well maintained, to be sure, but obviously the credits have all been spent on the areas the guests actually see.
Hold up. This area is off limits to passengers.
The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding the security of your own.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events aboard the Star.
Hello?
If you have
Are
any
you a member of the
specific
society?
requests, please speak to one of the crew's attendants.
complaints about your cruise should be directed to one of the staff.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Don't forget to keep your Starview pass handy at all times, or you won't have
An
access
open
to
bar
all
would have
the
been nice, but
That
try
view
to
Here
is
for business?
absolutely
Pleasure.
spectacular, isn't it?
The Society is such a worthy cause. Even if I was offered the award, I wouldn't take it. Dombrowski is married to some poor woman that he constantly leaves behind in New Atlantis. Don't forget to donate to the cause.
Have you tried the canapes? Donations to the Society can be debited from my bank account on a monthly basis. All I know is that the award is given to whomever... I don't know why Larry's attending this event. That's all then? Okay. So, what brings you aboard?
quite a lovely Starliner. Not much, other than the fact that they host... I missed out on the award to someone else last year. His behavior towards women is a bomb. Well, that was boring.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. It's critical that the Society keeps the memories of Earth alive in our hearts. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she don't... Let's put it this way. He screwed over so... Besides what I already... No. Haven't we already talked? Nice to have met you.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future Society events aboard the Starline. Have you tried the canapes? Horrid. Positively horrid. That view is... Yes, he's some kind of top dog over at Galbank. Enjoy the rest of the event. Here for business or pleasure? He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Nice to have met you.
An open bar would have been nice. Try it.
Please remain in designated...
Sorry, do I know you? Okay, wait, are you seriously... are you trying to pick me up? Look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already seeing someone, and my partner doesn't like competition. He gets very jealous. Who? Look. I can't believe this is happening. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No! He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy? You're not very bright, are you? I'm a grade C3 exec at Galbank. That means my credential, if that's all you really want. If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch Dombrowski, all I'm doing is endangering myself. Why would I do that? What the hell? Dombrowski has us mixed up with the Crimson Fleet? Honestly, this whole scheme has left a pit in my stomach since day one. All right, you've made your point. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme worth thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet.
I do not understand. Your anger is focused on Mr. Dombrowski, but clearly the failure of this plan rests on you as well.
If you had to work near him day in and day out, I think you'd understand. He's a disgusting pig, plain and simple. I didn't know who the hell you were. For all I knew, it's called playing it cool. I'm not gonna tell you. Let's just say that I'd be sent to prison for a... Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them. Oh, I know. At the same time, he was saying how much he loved. I was going to confront him back on Jemison. All expenses paid, first-class accommodations. You won't do that. If you wanted to blow the whistle, you would have boarded this ship. I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need it. What, are you ready to damn knock? Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their... And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on, you need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in. What do you think is... I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. Let's get one thing straight. Larry
Saints seem few and far between these days.
Dombrowski is a piece of human garbage. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth, and then, not bad for a lowly Galbank worker drone, right? I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false... Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real... So, on paper, it appears that all... I hope you hurt Dombrowski. You've already ruined our scheme. I hope you hurt Dombrowski.
Remember to return to your cabin in a...
So, what brings you aboard?
I'm sorry. I don't believe we've met. Do I know you? And don't bother me again.
Hello. You here for the charity event? Oh, absolutely. I'm a firm believer that attending these types of events tends to... But something tells me you're not... Oh, I'm afraid that's a bit outside my wheelhouse. I work for UC Security, so I don't think I could be of much help. I have nothing to do with Galbank. To be honest, I'm here to keep... It might not be as glamorous an assignment as a colony rest. What is this all about? You mean specifically? Oh, we monitor all of the major megacorp financials and transactions to ensure that nothing improper... You're asking a lot of strange questions. Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. So back off.
We both know exactly who you are.
Don't test me. You have no idea how high up the chain. Not only can I make you disappear, just in case you weren't aware, I am the authorities. Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe? Get the hell away from me before I have you arrested.
Hello.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested. Oh, absolutely. He's up the ladder at UC Security. Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. It's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows. Yeah, that's smart. Kill Vera, or any... Besides, you really want to ace a member of UC Security and have it? No. Maybe, but if something goes wrong, and he's able, with all of these wealthy patrons... Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your emergency. This is one of Trident's premier stuff, including triple redundancy life support system. Luckily for us, it will still trip an emergency.
Your lack of commitment does not exactly fill me with confidence. Are you sure this is a good idea?
Don't worry. It'll be as easy as it was mingling with the guests at the party. Just throw a few lousy switches and you're done. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. I prefer you use that as a last resort. Hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet, right? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help. On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colony. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd back. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty tyrant. All passengers are instructed to immediately. Fortunately for us, all of the passenger cabin doors will automatically unlock. This is normally to ensure the crew can check cabins quickly and without interference. There's access to the crew section. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time at his station. Once you're past Sundin, just look for the room marked. Go do something useful, okay? Shouldn't you be on your way to... Remember, the moment you shut down that system, the entire ship goes...
Need a moment to walk that off?
I can assure you... that the route is quite safe.
Hold up. This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rokov's guest, right? Didn't expect to see you down here. Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do for you? Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. Don't get me wrong, the quiet gives me time to gather my thoughts. I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Trident put me in charge of the entire deck. Of course, this beauty is a cutting-edge piece of spacecraft design. Almost everything has triple redundancy. Unfortunately, that means there's quite a bit of downtime. Oh, sorry, that area's off limits. No exceptions. No, sorry. Trident regulations strictly prohibit anyone from entering the life support area without a valid reason. Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk here, it's just that... All right, no need to get pushy about it. Captain Rokov sure picks some weird friends. Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away? Honestly, he's a seasoned ship captain. He told me he was a... Only thing is, he's always talking about trade deal. Why he decided to be a star liner. Tell you what though, for someone that loves credits... Yeah, a little. Don't get me wrong. I'm the Siren's... Of course, this... Unfortunately, that... Feel free to look around, but don't mess with any of the controls.
Much nicer in here now. Plenty of room.
All passengers are being asked to return to their cabins at this time. Our security team would appreciate if you please use your cabin.
From this point forward, I don't think we should be seen communicating. From this point forward, I don't think we should be seen...
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you
is now an
receive
emergency
further
status.
instructions.
Please remain calm and proceed to your cabin.
I'm sorry. I don't believe. And don't bother me again.
There's no cause for alarm. I'm sure this ship is in a state of emergency. Please return to your cabin. There's no cause for alarm. I'm sure this is just a minor malfunction. All passengers are being asked to return to their cabins at this time.
You again? This better not be another shakedown. Haven't you gotten enough? I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass to the wall.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide emergency. It's time you stop playing games and tell me why you're here. Doesn't take a genius to deduce you're... I locked onto you from the moment you entered the ballroom, and I've watched you after we spoke. I had... You're working for Ikande's little anti-pirating outfit? So what? I have nothing to do with the Crimson Fleet. And even if I suddenly decided to stay loyal to the old UC, why would I possibly want to incriminate myself by handing over evidence?
Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain
What the hell?
there until you receive further instructions.
Meet your death.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
I was wondering if you were the cause of... It's time you stop... I always took him for a fool. But I can't believe he's stupid enough to have gotten mixed up with the Crimson Fleet. Still, why would I possibly want to incriminate myself by handing over any evidence? Don't act so surprised. You didn't really think I'd make a deal with Claudia or... If I've learned anything in my years at the corporate fraud... Claudia said that. You sure? Damn it! That means my money's already gone. And Dombrowski's going to walk away with a fortune. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't want to end up on the Crimson Fleet's shit list. But if I give you that information and it falls into the wrong hands, I'll end up in jail. This is a lose-lose situation for me. Oh, I've got everything you're gonna need. We're talking a slate loaded with dates, account... It was my little insurance policy in case... Dombrowski had the authorization to wipe out records on Galbank. I let Claudia talk me into that. She said... At least I walk away with something. All right, you have yourself a deal. Here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass to the wall. He'll do whatever you want. Just remember that you promised to leave me out of it. Well, since Claudia has been spending time discussed, on the other hand, I've got very, very special plans. That's if you leave him alive, of course. All I can tell you is that there's more than a few people at Mast who find Commander Akande to be a huge pain in the ass. I mean, the UC is aware that the Crimson Fleet is a problem, but it pales in comparison to the issues with the Freestar Collective. Akande's loaded with big-picture ideas, but not a ton of evidence to put them into action. And frankly, it's driving my superiors crazy. All I can tell you is that Akande's loaded. Just because I'm helping you nail Dombrowski doesn't mean I'm turning my back on UC security. How else am I going to ensure that he ends up behind bars when all this comes crashing down? No. You can leave me out of your merry little band of pirates, thank you very much. You better tell Dombrowski to run, because if you don't kill him, I will.
Well, well. You must be the one who's been accosting Claudia and Gabriel. I'm uncertain what you hope to accomplish here, but it appears we should rapidly enter into some sort of negotiation. You don't actually believe that I'd venture into such precarious... I'm uncertain why you've become entangled in this spider's... Excellent, excellent. So, before we begin, let's review the facts. First, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge of my arrangement to defraud Galbank. The means and the method, perhaps, but not the motive. And second, I'm going to hypothesize that my compatriots are despondent regarding their share and have assisted you with this endeavor, Since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude that you desire something personal from me. You may as well ask, is it necessary for the sun to...
The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further
That certainly places a damper on our negotiations. Perhaps I can hasten my diatribe to temper your violence-ridden contribution. In blunt terms, you have compromising materials about me in your possession. The only thing I have to offer in return are my Galbank credentials. I assume that's what you've been angling for all along?
Will there be much more of this? My head is starting to hurt.
Well, I'm surprised you even posed that question. The last thing I'd want to do. Oh, it was actually a rather easy deduction to make. It's the only thing of significance. It appears we've reached an accord. Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid any... Well, I'm uncertain. Au contraire. First, it's clear, and second, since we're I pride myself on having an intensely thorough education, though I'm sure that your compliment, in blunt terms, I assume that's...
Will there be much more?
Obviously, that wouldn't be my preference, though Larry Dombrowski will be mysteriously vanished. Oh, it was actually a rather easy deduction to make. It's the only thing of significant value that I still have in my possession. It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me simplify that for you. It sounds like we have a deal. Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid any further contact. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to formulate how I'm going to utterly ruin two very annoying business associates. Good day.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
You again? I hope you hurt Dombrowski.
You got what you wanted, didn't you? You better tell Dombrowski to run. Because if you don't kill him...
Well, looks like everything worked out, just like we planned. I'm glad you feel that way. Just remember to tell Delgado how much I pitched in to help. You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those credentials for. You feel like telling me, partner? I usually have a nose for these things, but in your case, it's a mystery. Whatever the case may be, it's apparently worth risking.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has
So he
declared
told
a
you to keep it from
ship-wide
me.
emergency.
I see.
Please
I
report to
wouldn't
your
want you to
cabins
risk
in
your
an
position
orderly
with the
fashion
fleet like I
and
did,
remain
so
there
I'll
until you
just
receive
leave it
further
alone.
instructions.
Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining the fleet now. It's been a long time coming. I owe you one, Overreach. Don't worry, it's not an insult. It's a very old Russian word for Nonsense. If there's one universal constant you can depend on, it's that Yevgeny Rokov always makes good on his deals. Always. Well, I suppose this is where we part company. Hopefully the next time we meet, we'll be aboard the Key. I need to pack up and get out of here. What is it now? Well, looks like everything. I'm glad one of us. I'm just hoping you'll put in a good word. You know, I'm still wondering. Crick's his legacy. I heard Delgado was spinning that yarn, but I thought it was more of a hobby with him. Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining the fleet now. I owe you one. Don't worry. You'll get what's coming to you. I promise. Well, I suppose this is where we part company.
All passengers.
I need to pack up and get out of here. What is it now? What is it now?
Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status. Please remain calm and proceed to your cabin.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
What's new?
My day is suddenly much. I will be here for you, as always.